We are less cringy than they are, and funnier.
Agreed.
Caleb.
Okay, what about Tsuela? What would you do?
I would have spite and scratch her too if she was trying to take my life.
Guys,
but I
aim for the nuts.
If it
Is it my turn to answer?
I think so, but yeah, that's from my side. I think it was a lot of fun. And
Caleb, I think it's perfect for you to go now.
Cool. So
no, leave.
Since you're
No, please just talk. Sorry, I just love it. Okay, continue because I do love the story.
It's okay.
Hello and welcome to another kind of an episode of Plot Armor. This isn't what we usually do, and these people will not be debating. As Caleb and I have been speaking, the power hierarchy has shifted in the PA universe because the host is not sitting on that side of the couch. What we're really doing today is basically a behind the scenes look at how things work, answering some questions you've asked and just having random fun with the internal Plot Armor team. So we're trying it out. Let us know if you think it works. If it doesn't, we won't do it again, or we might. We don't care as much about your opinion as you think we do. And
we love you.
I don't know you, so I don't know if I love you. But yeah, so we're just trying this out. We're probably going to do it like every 11th episode. So like, not really, it's every 10. You know, we've been wrong with the math on this. It'll be like episode 11, episode 21, 31, something like that. So we'll see how it works. But before we can continue, let's properly meet the Plot Armor team. So we'll start with the person you've definitely met before. He helped build Plot Armor on his YouTube throne, a co-creator who makes his opinions known. Love it or hate it, you'll see it on his face. Give it up for my co-creator, Caleb Janssens. How you doing, Caleb?
I'm good. I've known this guy for a very long time, and he still doesn't know how to say
Longer than I thought.
Yeah,
we found out recently.
Yes. That's why you were not the best man at my wedding. Can't even say my surname.
I'll be at the next one. Okay. So, Caleb, I have a very important question for you. And it's not from me, it's from the people. Just answer it honestly and sincerely. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
ready. The
ready.
question is, how many times could you run there and back in half a year?
Oh, there are like at least 7.
Okay, that's a
at
good
least
answer.
7.
Okay, so let's meet the person.
I'm so confused. What was that?
Let's meet the person next to Caleb. He's got that young Sheldon look and a smile so kind, but when it comes to speed rounds, he's gonna lose track of time.
That is valid.
Give it up for the man behind the cameras, Jeffrey Cattard. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Thank you for not butchering my surname.
No, I try. It's a beautiful surname and not spelled as you would think it is, but you'll see his surname, so you now know how it's spelled.
Shout out to Becky. The easy way to do it is cat tart.
There you go.
But a cat.
There's an E in there, so you're wrong. He's giving you false advice. Okay, Jeff.
Yes.
I do have a question.
Okay, cool.
It's a two-parter, and it's very important that you answer the full question. Okay, the question is, A, how are you personally planning on saving the turtles? And B, people want to know if you actually do know exactly how long 20 seconds is.
Confusion of the highest order. How do I plan to save the turtles? Well, I don't know. They should just stay in the water and not go on land.
To start.
And then how do I plan to work on my 20 seconds? I should start counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
There you go.
In my head.
There you go. And then just not listen to the arguments.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I think next we'll meet the lovely lady next to me. Cocktail maker and truth stater. She's the prettiest girl that I've ever seen. She laughs loudly in the back and breaks speed round ties with her scream. Give it up for my wife, Suella Potgieter.
Hey.
Thank you for having me. It's nice being on this side of the...
Yeah, I think this is actually
mic.
the first time most people have seen you. So Suella's my wife, but she helps a lot, and she plays a very key role in the episodes, as you will find out shortly. But I do have a question for you. Why do men have nipples?
Because they're human.
Okay, I guess people without nipples aren't human. I in some world, without context, I agree with that. And then lastly, the person you have to meet. Why would I be left out of this? Just because I'm speaking? No. He'll hand out points for a joke or a twist. Then he'll talk your ear off with the stories you've missed. Give it up for me, Vincent Potgieter, co-creator of Plot Armor. It's nice to be here. Thank you. Great.
You're welcome.
I have received a question for myself. I haven't seen it. Let's go for it. Okay, maybe it would make more sense. Caleb, you'll see under Maya and Vincent, there's a question for me. I haven't seen it. Please read it for me. No, just read my question.
Are you an asshole, or do you hide self-esteem issues behind edgy and hurtful jokes?
Sure, I don't see a way tying movies into that, so I won't tell you. So we'll just continue from there.
What nipples had to do with movies?
I can tell you a lot about nipples in movies. Before we continue...
That was almost a speed round once, actually.
Which nipples? Okay. That actually, I think, was a discussion. But anyway. So now, before we continue, as we always do, we want to make sure we stay hydrated. So you'll see all of us, including the woman here, have a drink from Tebedien. Now, what's the crazy thing is, first of all, this is not that crazy, but this is pear flavored. And you may drink. Let's taste first. Let's taste. I'll give context.
That's very good.
That packs a punch.
I like it. Yeah, that's really nice.
That's really delicious.
I'm glad.
I really like
It's really
this a
good.
lot.
What's very interesting, like we say, always thank you to Tebedien for the lovely drinks. Now, a lot of people will ask, who's Tebedien? Because the uneducated South Africans and international people think that must be a black name. But it's not. Tebedien is represented here by my wife. Now, I have a question. A, is Tebedien your name? And if not, why do we keep thanking Tebedien every time we have these delicious drinks? Tell us the stories.
As you've heard, my name is Suela. So Tebedien is my business name. And it means, it's in Afrikaans. Vincent was trying to lead you guys away from black for some reason. It's in Afrikaans. It's two words combined. So Tebedien, it means to serve. So I started this as a way of serving other people, as I do love to serve other people. It connects me better with them. And with the drinks, come on. We always have, every time you meet your friends, family, whatever, there's always a drink. So I do mocktails, but we do have a alcoholic,
Uncle.
For the families. We do have an alcoholic uncle.
That was so unexpected.
And requested. But generally just mocktails because we like to keep it healthy.
Do you want the viewers to reach out and request your services?
They can do that. I am on Instagram and as Tebedien, at Tebedien, just that. You'll find me there. I have also an email address at tebedien@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome.
Exactly.
So go ask for cocktails there. They're not free.
Yeah, they're not free. So go
Okay.
ask for my services.
Cool. So without any further wasting...
What
I did say
flavor is
pear.
this?
I did say
What
pear.
name flavor is this?
Pearlicious. Okay.
Just making shit up.
Yes.
This is peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
This is peer pressure. It's because we peer pressured her to be on this episode.
No. It's because you're talking about me succumbing to peer pressure.
No, I just spit out a lot of it accidentally. Okay,
Guys,
well
But
done.
that
don't
influences
spill your drinks.
drinks.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
rich
get
coming
that.
from Jeff.
Oh, really?
Okay, I really like it. I was very excited for the pear flavor, and it is very good.
I'm glad it makes
But
me happy.
we're
Is there
gonna.
cinnamon in there as well?
Yes.
She does not sponsor us enough to talk this long about it. So we are going to move on to some questions asked by some audience members. I will say that a lot of you asked some spicy questions, and we like them. So those that are spicy, we kept anonymous to who asked the questions, just so that we don't shame anyone necessarily, even though I'm fully okay with shaming people. But just whatever. So we are going to start with one of the weird ones, and I am already nominating Caleb to start the conversation on this. The question from Anonymous, and this question was posed to Caleb specifically, is, Caleb, you and two other guys always wear the same shirts. Are you three gay?
You know what? Firstly, there's a woman wearing the shirt today.
Are you gay?
Are you gay? Why are you gay? But also, if wearing this shirt is gay, Jeffrey, hold this. If wearing
take it
Jeffrey,
off.
hold this.
Take it off.
If wearing this shirt is gay, then I don't. Oh no!
I think that says way more than
Let's
it
go.
needs to.
No, we work on a podcast together. We'll wear the same shirts.
Bros before hoes.
He says it. He's got a girlfriend.
Differently.
You should be
That's
taking
what Jeff
hoes
says,
before
and then he never
bros.
comes
Why?
through.
Do you know? Is Ruth not higher in the hierarchy?
She is, but she's not a hoe.
Not in the P. Not the
She's not a
PA
hoe.
hierarchy.
It's not a hoe.
She's my girlfriend. The love of my life.
What I will add to this is I was curious why they said shirts. Because I know it was the plot armor and we wore it at Comic-Con. But then I remembered at Superman we also all wear exactly the same
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
And we always pose together, so I do see how they got to there.
Yeah.
But gay. I mean, like you are literally on a podcast together, but gay is the one.
Yeah, it's I can't.
So obviously there will be photos up showing us with the same shirts.
You assume I will make that much effort.
Just reinforce the point.
But what is funny is like the very next question that was also anonymous was, we all know that you and Vincent are in an open relationship. So I don't know what vibe you guys think goes.
No, we are. If open relationship means a Christly brotherhood.
Yes, a Christly brotherhood.
We treat it like that.
David and Jonathan.
Yes. And a lot of people, unfortunately, will be like, you mean Goliath? Because they're stupid.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's so chaotic. Why did they ask that?
That's fun. I like that. Please just tell us. If it was you, we will organize you a t-shirt. Tell us it was you.
We'll make it happen.
Yes. Okay. Question 2. This is a better question that actually has some meat to it. Jeff, I think because Caleb and I have said a lot, you and Suella will give your answers and then Caleb and I will. Okay, so the question comes from that freaking geek, Alec. We know and love him, and
Love Alec.
he's a friend of the channel. Asked us, what's your biggest fear for the future of cinema? E.g., mine is subtitles coming to cinema. Want to give quick context to that? So at first I misunderstood what he said as he's scared of foreign films. But we all know that none of us can switch off the subtitles on Netflix or Disney Plus because then
it's in English.
Exactly. Then we don't know, even when it's in English, then we don't know what's going on. I think he's scared of that happening in cinemas, which I don't actually know if I'm pro or against, but that's fine. I like his thoughts. It's a clever problem to have. But Jeff or Suella, what do you guys think?
I just don't want to go to the movies and not have a good time. I really want to go. I'm very worried about fatigue. If they're going to lean into repetitive ideas, that's going to take away from that experience.
Yeah.
I very much like going to movies and going in blind, maybe not necessarily knowing, okay, the premise I will maybe have an idea of, but I'd like to be really going for the experience to walk out of there saying, wow, that was a good time. And I had a lot of fun with my friends where we were cheering, laughing, crying. But if that starts to like really dissipate, I think that will take away from the movie going experience. So very much, I'm a big comic book fan. So I fear for superhero fatigue. I do. So if they keep on tapping into new and exciting ideas and maybe making lesser known characters popular for audiences, then they're doing a good job.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Suella?
I am worried of having too many damn influencers.
Okay.
I just think that now it's easy to just be a movie reviewer.
Yeah.
It's easy to have an opinion of something you're not actually like you don't know much about it, you don't live it, but it's a paid gig.
Yes,
So you suddenly have an opinion we have to listen to. So I think that moving forward should become less and less. They should have people who are who you believe and see that actually they know what they're talking about and they've lived it.
Yeah.
Unlike just coming in for free goodies and thinking, oh, now I have to start a YouTube channel because I get a free little event I go to now and again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's me. I don't know if it's gonna come across as being terrible, but it is terrible.
I will add to that because it's a sensitive subject, so I will try to navigate it sensitively because I think it's a very good point. The four of us, and I would say Suella not as much, mostly Caleb and Jeff and I sometimes do attend these type of events a lot. Now, obviously, look, here we are. We love movies and we love talking about movies, and I think we've put a lot of effort into conveying that and like kind of earn our place. But I don't understand why a makeup influencer shows up to an F1 premiere. Or I understand they want the people with the numbers to spread the news, but I think it's hurting the viewership a lot because what you get from premieres and people watching movies and these people who don't have a love for film, what they come back and what do they say? It's either it sucked or it's great. No real thought behind it. Of course, anyone can have an opinion about a movie. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I do agree with you that I miss a space where it's people who want to sit and have 3-hour discussions about the film we just watched, good or bad, and something to come out of it. Without going into any details whatsoever, we've been experiencing some controversy in terms of these things where we don't feel that we're allowed to be as free about our honest opinions about film, which is very dangerous for the film industry, and where if your opinion of a film is negative, it influences how often you get to go to these things. So that's kind of not a good way this thing is going. Not everyone's like that, but unfortunately there are premieres that have that type of thing. Caleb, I don't know if you want to add to that or you want to move into...
Well, I've got 2 points. I can kind of echo just what all of you guys have already said. I think the moment you have to put your honest opinion to the wayside to please somebody, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, actually. We love movies, and we will gladly talk about what movie's good and what movie's bad. And we do it out of love. We don't do it because we're trying to disrespect people. That's the biggest thing. Everything, the cornerstone of plot armor and how we live our lives as a team is we do everything out of love. And that's not just a plot armor thing. That is a Christ-like thing. That's what we try to do when we emulate Christ. You might not agree with our opinions, or you might not agree with our thoughts and feelings or the way we live our lives, but we try to do everything out of love. And so when
it's also a very South African thing to be a bit more honest about your opinion than the world's used to.
Yeah. So like when we don't enjoy a movie, like Ron can say this movie was trash because it didn't. No. Sometimes it's just it didn't appeal to us the way we wanted it to.
Yeah, and we mustn't forget that also like it takes a lot of people to make a movie. So you've got to be really appreciative of the effort that they did put into it, but not just look at the cons, but also look at the pros. Yeah. As much as it can be hard if a movie wasn't great, but like take it for what it is and then see if anyone really can relate to you on your opinion.
An example of that, and I'll lead into my point with that. I'll use it to
that wasn't your point earlier?
No.
I have a different point.
I was very much agreeing with what Suelo was saying. No, so I've got 2 points. My first one would be I hate the state of trailers, and I think they're getting worse. No, actually, I think they're starting to get better again because people realized. And I'll unpack that now. And my second issue is, and this is the most obvious point, I'm being so uncreative with stating this point, but it's sequel reboot and prequel fatigue. So that being said, Jeff, I don't know if I can honestly say that I'm appreciative of the effort put into movies if it's clear that they tried to put the pieces together in a way that would give them the most money.
That's true.
I know everyone's like, but it is a business. I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's a business.
True. It shouldn't be about a cash grab.
Yeah,
so milking that cow. You know,
because let's take probably, and this is so frustrating. Let's take probably the worst movie of the year on a big scale. Like I'm not talking about like some is Jurassic World Rebirth. I do believe that's probably my least favorite movie of the year, where it was 100% put together for the sake of making money. And the crazy frustrating thing is it did. I think it's currently the most successful movie of the year, which is really annoying, and it's on its way to make another billion just like the Jurassic World movies did. And that's why this movie exists, is because they knew it would. And it's lifeless, it's soulless, and it's everything anti-creativity in filmmaking. So I hate what it stands for. And I can't, obviously there's some poor guy that worked his ass off to make a dinosaur tail. But I don't care because it's what it was made for is bad. I know it's his job and whatever. I'm just saying that the end doesn't justify the means and the means don't justify the end. So I think we need to be harsher on the heads of things so that creativity can somehow come back into the mix, like weapons.
I want to make a comment on that because I think whenever a movie that is an original story, not necessarily an adaptation, gets a lot of praise from people in Hollywood and in that space. And they say, "Oh, it's great! It's an original idea," but then we get constant reboots, prequels, sequels. It should really be an inspiration to filmmakers to really tap into that and make more movies like that. Come up with more original ideas. There are a number of filmmakers that do that. Maybe their films just don't get the platform or the praise that it is deserving of it. But I think, as much as we give it praise, let's rather start not conforming to the norm and set ourselves apart from that norm and bring something out there that people could hopefully love and enjoy. I think movies that are original and have the potential to be a huge success are very much in a position to listen, we can do this. Let's really do good storytelling.
100%. Caleb, what's your fears of cinema future?
Okay, so my biggest fear, and I thought of this immediately while you were speaking.
I can dispatch that.
Is the fact that not all cinema houses do this. There's one in particular I'm thinking of, but everything in regards to a screening is a gimmick.
Yeah.
And there's no way to get around this other than by saying, I enjoy when I go to New Metro, but they don't just do, like, it's impossible to get a normal 2D screening anymore.
Yeah.
You either have to get a Scene VIP, a Scene Extreme, or 3D.
4DX.
And the prices just keep growing. I just want to watch a normal 2D movie at maximum. Cool, I'll slap on some 3D glasses, but I don't need my screen to move. I don't need my chairs to bounce up and down, because I don't need the gimmicks to increase the quality of the movie. The movie will be good enough. That's why I'm there, to watch the movie. I don't need this additional.
The problem is, do we even feel like just going to a normal 2D screening is even good enough anymore? It feels like the only way to see a movie now, and you and I often say this, is to say something like, okay, we'll have to go to the IMAX screening, because if it's the freaking 2D screening, you won't be able to see anything. When we were watching Weapons, you know how many jump scares didn't jump scare me because I couldn't see.
So that's a big issue as well, especially here in South African cinemas. I don't know if you can hear the baby in the background.
Probably not.
He'll prop up every now and again. But the biggest issue with South African screens at the moment, is the bulbs and the projectors just aren't bright enough. They're so dark. You go to a movie and you feel like you've got to do this to watch anything. So when we go to pay for a movie, we only watch IMAX.
Yeah, because you can't see anything else.
You can't see anything else on other screens. So I think the overall quality of screening, just the brightness of it needs to be increased, because these films are getting so dark.
But then on that note, like, if a movie that's being made is very much about promoting that, we shot this movie in IMAX. Is it pushing you more to go watch it in IMAX than it would?
No, I make my decision based on, basically, I only watch movies in cinemas that I think are epic in some way. And then if it's epic, I have to watch in IMAX. So there are some good 2D cinemas, but it's just, I feel like it's going backwards. Okay, so we couldn't get a babysitter. So if our son, come sit, Isa.
I think it's important that you guys do see Micah in this episode, because while he might not be an official member of the Plot Armor team, a lot goes on in regards to planning for Micah, because we can't record an episode if Micah doesn't have a babysitter.
What's that?
Micah, what's that?
Plot Armor.
Plot Armor!
No. We don't care about the rest. We just care about Plot Armor. Okay, I think all of us gave some good answers there. I'm going to move us on for time. So, the next question, which I really like, and I'm going to take this question, and then I'm at some point going to lead into Caleb building on it. I don't think there's much Jeff and Suella will be able to add to this, but let's see.
But why?
You can just react to the interesting story. Okay. Nerd Initiative asks, I'm curious, what gear do you use to record the show? So
tell us, Jeffrey. Tell us, Jeffrey.
No,
I'm clueless. It's just Canon cameras, because they say Canon on them.
I'm going to start this conversation. So first and foremost, what I want to start with is to say that if you have an idea or something you want to do, it is very important to not look at the obstacles first. Obstacles are always things to overcome, not reasons to quit. So, as someone who pursues movie making and whatever creative stuff, you need to find some way to do it. So when we came up with the whole let's do Plot Armor and we started getting serious about it, we realized that we are so under-equipped for what we want to do here. But what we did do is say, okay, let's just take the pieces of stuff, of gear, of tripods that we have and put them together. And then we saw, okay, that's still not good enough. Then we did two things. We put our brains together and we prayed about it to see what needs to happen.
Amen, Micah.
No, he understood thinking. And we did that, and then we got to this point. But before I tell you exactly what it is we do and how we do it, Caleb, tell us the story about the mics.
There's a lot of stories around everything in regards to the audio of this, but obviously this is a podcast. It's an audio first medium.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there for weeks going, Flip, if we want to do Plot Armor, we've got to start. But it's how the hell are we going to get mics? Because mics are expensive.
We had none of
this. And it was absolutely incredible how the moment we gave Plot Armor to God, the opportunities became so available to us. Finances came in where there were no finances before. Specials became available on products that weren't available before. And everything lined up so perfectly that we were able to buy these 4 mics. We were able to buy Saramonics that we use as our backup mics in case these ones fail. And then we were in the situation where obviously, like Vincent and I are full-time videographers and editors.
Employed.
But that does not mean... we're employed to do that full-time. And Micah goes to school. That's what he does. But the issue is neither Vincent and I are formally trained in audio.
Yes,
So we
yeah.
bought the mics going, hey, we got all the
We got
equipment
4
need.
mics.
And then, you tell the rest of the story.
Then I plugged in the mics and they sounded terrible. And I'm like, why do they sound terrible? I did research online. They definitely sounded better online. And then everyone kept on talking about Phantom Power. And I'm like, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know what to do. But turns out we needed another device, and that device would be more expensive than everything combined. And with a lot of praying, blood, sweat, and tears, we got that device, which is, what's it called again?
A sound card. Sound
No,
board. Sound.
yeah, it's... No.
Guys, we are so
My
good
brain,
at our
I've been
jobs.
very sick. I've been very sick, so my brain is fried. So I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, let's talk about what we practically use. And please understand that this is it's so funny because at work, we use very expensive cameras and we don't have those here. So we took all the cameras we have and all the things we have. So I'll tell you exactly what we use. And it's not good. It's crazy how good the show is with what we have.
Yeah.
So looking at that camera, we have... the 200D with a 24-135.
24-135.
The kit lens. It's a shit lens. He'll say whatever he wants to say.
I like
but it's a
24-135.
kit lens, so it's trash. And then it's on our friend Pietri's tripod.
Yes.
Shut up, Pietri. You're a legend.
Yeah, so that's what tripod it is on. Then there's Pietri's tripod. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Point it on camera.
This tripod was gifted by the guest you've seen, Courtney, who donated a tripod to the cause. So go, Courtney.
Love
Thank
you,
you for
Courtney.
that.
Love you.
That camera is an M50 shooting on 1080p because of when we put it on 4K, it's cropped in too close, so we can't use it. So we sharpen the shit out of all the cameras when we edit. That's Pietri's tripod. And the lens, what's that, a 50mm?
No, it's a...
zooms. It's an 18?
It's an 18 to 45.
Yeah, but it's
also
cropped,
kit lens.
so-
Also kit lens.
All the lenses are kit. Then that is a 750D.
My parents got me for my 21st birthday.
Oh yeah, thank you, mom and
Also
dad.
using
of
an
him.
18 to 55 kit lens.
Yes, and it's
this
tripod. Oh, that's Courtney's tripod. What?
Yeah. Okay, everybody, listen to me. I will tell you a wonderful story. We have recently been gifted a beautiful tripod from our friend Courtney. That is this tripod over here. That tripod down there, we have been lent
Pietri.
from Pietri.
Thank you. That's all I care about.
That tripod down there to the very left is
21st
my
birthday?
personal tripod, which I bought myself.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Now, what I thought Vincent was doing by getting all of them wrong
wasn't on purpose. I'm
was
so
to
drunk
tell the
in the
story of the tripod we used up until
Oh,
today.
okay, cool. Okay, I promise there's no alcohol in
What must I grab?
Go next door.
Yeah,
There's
you'll
a
see the other
next door.
tripod. I promise there's no alcohol in this, so don't cancel us. These are mocktails. The reason I'm acting weird is because I've had a brain issue for a while now. So this
Hey,
tripod
make it
passed
sound
it.
like a-
Yeah, I don't have cancer. I just had a ear infection, but it makes me drunk, the medication. So this is the tripod we usually use. And this tripod is an art tripod. No, it's fine. I'll hold this cane. It's an art tripod from my dad who gifted it to me. Thank you, Dad. And it's from the 90s, from when my dad was in college. And it is very out of shape and struggles to screw in, and it's a mess. And I usually use it as a prop with that camera which is a film camera from my grandfather. So it's very, in Afrikaans we say spoeg en plak, which means you just make it work. The microphones, I used to know what their names are. It's 8 something.
BM801s.
Yeah, no, not just 800s. Yeah, you can just put that wherever. So these mics are like cheap online bought mics, but they actually do the job, which
Yeah.
is great. The stands came with the mics, and it's such a good package deal. I think it's like 800 Rand, which is like $50. And they do their job, and we're happy with what we can do with them as they exist. So there's a very bad breakdown of how we shoot the episodes, and we've got some SD cards in the cameras.
Yeah, we've got SD cards in the
and
cameras
some
as well.
lights somewhere.
I think just the big takeaway from this is
Yes.
exactly what Vincent said at the start. If you truly have a passion about something, just start it. Because we originally didn't even want to film the podcast here. We wanted to film it in an actual studio, and we did
Oh, I forgot about
connections
that,
for
yeah.
it. But it all felt, we felt cool. Like God wants us to start this, and we aren't going to be the type of people who hear from God and then don't action it. So we just used what we had, and I think that's the big takeaway. You will always be able to come up with excuses. I don't have the right computer. I don't have the right cameras. A big one being also like, oh, I don't have the right editing software. We had to source so many different editing softwares and recording software to make everything work. And Micah is getting so good at talking on camera.
He's telling you what the stuff on the table is.
Yeah. So yes, I think if you want to do something, just pursue it.
I will also add, for those people that are curious, we do now edit the episodes on Premiere Pro. It's what I grew up on. And we record our sound on Cakewalk, not Audacity. Pro tip on that's because when Audacity crashes, it doesn't save the audio. If Cakewalk crashes, it does back up your audio, and that's why we use Cakewalk. My guy is doing a thing, so we're just gonna keep going.
One dinosaur.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough questions for now. We are going to answer more questions a little bit, but let's quickly highlight some amazing moments from the amazing last 10 episodes we've done. We've done 10. That's crazy. We're going to start with Jeff. Give us a cool moment that you enjoyed from the last while.
An honorable mention was my episode with Caleb and KG, which was a lot of fun. The episode was recast the X-Men. But for me, what really
very chaotic.
It was a chaotic, bonkers episode. We just laughed a lot, and I think I had a lot of cool memories from that episode. I think KG just kept on making us laugh. From spilling his mocktail at the beginning of the episode
to make Vincent's job harder, he's going to input a clip from that.
Yeah. And highlight the spilt part.
That too. But also in that episode, like the best movie set in space. And KG had the audacity to choose passengers. Yes, I had to remind you, KG. You chose Passengers. Yeah. And you could have chosen any other movie set in space. But we love you. That was a fun episode for me. But one that I really enjoyed was episode 3, which was which DreamWorks movie?
No, aren't you? You were episode. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Episode 3 was which DreamWorks movie would you want to have as a live action remake? It was Michelle, Ross, and Vincent as guests. And for me, what was a lot of fun was that we got to the speed round showdown.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say. Between Vincent and Ross. And guys, I got excited watching Vincent shaking his boots. He was so close to losing. Spoiler alert. But it went down to the wire. The questions were good. I love the one question that was asked.
Sorry, I just love it. Okay, continue, because I do love the story.
No, it's okay. There was questions that really were in favor of Vincent.
Yeah.
I think the one about like the movie with the highest number. And you came and threw in $1 Million Baby because
yes, was that episode?
And Ross was saying 10,000 BC. I thought, okay, that was a good one. And then Vincent throws in $1 Million Baby. But then also the best movie toy. But
I threw that one because I'm like, just context there.
Yeah.
When Caleb asked that, and Ross is like king of toys,
yes.
I'm like, there's no way I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to let Ross have his highlighted freaking answer.
Yes.
And then I decided, let me be funny because I'm an attention seeker, and then I went for that.
So we got to the point where Vincent and Ross were equal on points, and we had the next question come in, which was the best on-screen kiss. And I was like, okay, Vincent went first and said the best on-screen kiss was from the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, that was a good answer. But then Ross comes in and he's like, Spider-Man. And everyone, you could hear
there was an ooh.
And like, that was a really good answer.
But I must say that question also proved that it's not always about the answer, but the argument. Because I think I won that point.
Yeah. It was a tie. We went into another question.
Yes, but it's just because... Yes, that's a better answer. His answer is better, but I gave a better argument. It's always about the argument.
It's how you argue it. And I really wanted that question to be the determining
it's a
result,
great ending.
but it followed up with what was a movie that gets too much love, and it was a battle of Star Wars.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, Caleb navigated that.
But
excellent.
I must say, I give props to Ross because he came from a deficit and caught up to Vincent. And
you don't need to give props to Ross. He's got enough.
No, literally. But it was so funny because, like Caleb pointed out in that episode, Vincent thought he had it in the bag. And where did the bag go?
I edited that and I've never heard that.
So it was really good. No, but I had a lot of fun with that episode. But besides that, I think my journey with Plot Armor has been a lot of fun. And I think I'm very excited to see where it goes next. So that was a big standout for
No, I
me
think
in the
great
past 10
highlight.
episodes. Yeah.
I also loved being part of that, so it's a great highlight.
I don't understand why, if Jeffrey's talking about how his highlights of that episode, how the hell him getting Spy Kids to win instead of the Lord of the Rings.
No, because it's not about. We just
I
said
can't
it's
be
not about the
biased.
answers.
I know. I'm just saying that
His
was
argument was better.
Yes.
and it was a more passionate debate.
I didn't
Was that a standout for you?
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up.
Did I kick your ass?
Wait, Eminem wants to say something.
And Spy Kids 3D beat Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. In
That's
the
an
face.
awfully hot coffee pot. Is it my turn to answer?
I think so, but yeah, that's from my side. I think it was a lot of fun, and
Yeah, Caleb, I think it's perfect for you to go now.
Cool. So
no, leave. No, please just talk.
So probably my highlight of plot armor is actually stuff that you guys don't necessarily see in the episodes. Plot armor has been a fantastic vehicle for our friendships to actually grow, and that's been amazing.
Agreed.
And one of my highlights is actually the fact that plot armor, like usually it's Caleb getting invited to movie premieres and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
But recently, plot armor has started to gain enough traction where plot armor has been invited as well. And so myself, Vincent, Jeffrey,
The three guys,
Vincent, Jeffrey,
and the
Suella
woman.
can all, and even Pietri sometimes.
Yeah. The guy that owns the tripod.
The guy who owns the tripod even.
and the best photographer.
And the best photographer. No, we get to go to these events and enjoy it together. So like we went to go watch 28 Years Later, which was amazing.
Awesome experience.
Awesome experience. We went to go do Superman together, which was amazing.
Yeah.
So being
experience.
able to experience things as a team and as friends and as brothers and sisters in Christ, that's been the highlight for me. Being able to just
that's good.
experience once in a lifetime opportunities together.
And this is a great segment to once again add those experiences are just better when you wear matching shirts.
Yes.
And that's our thinking there. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really good. I really like that, Suela. Let's see if you can reach the mic and tell us about some highlights and whatever you want to say.
I don't know if it actually was was in the video when you. It was.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the moment
Tell us, and then I'll give you context.
The moment was with KG and Caleb. So now Vincent did a whole intro for everybody, and Caleb was so.
Him in the face.
And everybody's like, yeah, Chana, you're like, yeah, you're welcome, KG, and then this happened. KG did not look at him once, and then he just stood there hanging for the longest time, actually.
It's a new face. From Limpopo's beats to the camera's frame, he rapped his way in and carved out his name. Give it up for Kagiso Selepe. Kagiso, it's so good to have you here. You were one of the guests I wanted on from the conception of the show, and it's the loudest I ever heard Suela in an episode. And I even, because I didn't see it when it happened either, so I thought someone made a joke that Suela found really funny, and then it turns out no, it's that moment.
You pointed it out to me after the episode. It was hilarious.
And the reason I didn't put it in is because it was during the introduction of a person, and whenever we introduce someone, that's when we put that graphic up. So it just couldn't be shown. But let's see, maybe we can show it now. Okay, if we have it, it will come up now.
Because I feel like it seems like KG also was one of our highlights.
Yeah, because
KG was
Yeah, he's
KG's
an
fun.
awesome
So maybe
person.
KG's
He was very funny on that episode. I laughed a lot actually on that episode.
Yeah.
I stood there. You can't see where I'm pointing, but there's a wall. I stood there every single time I have to check the cameras, and he would say something, and then I was just like, I can't help but laugh. But I don't want to bump things, so now I look like I'm like a fly on the wall actually.
The
So
real
it was-
KG was the highlights we made along the way.
KG was inside us all along. Okay.
That was fine. But honorable mention, Colette. Colette was also amazing.
Yeah, Colette's
Colette
great.
is fantastic.
That's
She's
why
fun.
she's been on. She's been on once. Will be on very soon again.
And she fights with passion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Passion is one of our other guests. You'll see soon. No joking. Okay, my highlight is kind of My highlight comes from a place of why I wanted to help start Plot Armor. And I want to highlight well-versed fighters. Now, we've had many of them, but let's highlight Bruce, Russell and Ross now, as you highlighted, Ross, earlier. There's nothing that brings me more joy in being a viewer of the episode, being a host, or mostly a co-contestant, when the person I'm arguing with or observing is passionate about film enough so that they have something ready for whatever's being said. They're well prepared in the argument, and you can't bring up a film that they don't know what you're talking about. There's something extremely exciting to me about that, and there's something that's extremely refreshing, especially because I oftentimes feel that a lot of South Africans don't do that, where Americans eat movies for breakfast, and because it's a local produce, obviously they consume it more and they're more well versed. So to expect South Africans or anyone from any nationality to know as much about an exported product as they do is not fair, which is why I stand for movies needing to come from everywhere. But anyway, I really like how Russell didn't necessarily fight with passion, but the way his knowledge in what he was saying is what won him that episode. If Ross wasn't fighting me, he would have won as well. Because the only thing that I love more than these well-versed fighter is my well-versed fighting. I'm joking. I genuinely, I always say to people, I don't think I've met someone who knows more about movies than me, and I'll get into why later. And it's not because I'm tooting my own horn, it's because of how I grew up, and I'll talk about that. But I genuinely do really love when people come from a place of knowing movies and loving movies and fighting from that place rather than ChatGPT or whatever. So don't, honestly, if I smell ChatGPT in your answers, I'm going to try and not make you win, because that's lazy. Yeah, I think those are some really good highlighted moments. Of course, there's a whole lot more, but in 10 episodes from now, we'll tell you some other moments we really liked. Okay, what we're going to do next is very fun. We are going to have a little internal speed round. The points don't matter. It's just about this winner of that singular speed round. And I think the best place to start is by having the co-creators go up against one another, because we've never had that on camera.
We are here at Comic-Con Africa 2025, and we want to ask the co-creators of Plot Armor, what is the worst fandom?
I'm already going to prove him wrong. We have competed in a speed round together at Comic-Con.
Oh, of course. And I won.
And he might have won, but we've just proven that he could be wrong.
That's true. So,
and to give him more work, he's probably going to include a clip of it over here.
I won't. So I'm excited. Obviously, we don't know the question. Jeff will be hosting this speed round. Jeff, I hand over to you.
My speed round question is movie with the worst pacing.
I know. Weapons.
I have, is it called Zodiac? Is that the movie's name? The David Fincher movie? Is it called Zodiac? Yes,
okay.
That's smart.
All right. Since you answered first, Caleb, you're going to go first. I'm going to give you 20 seconds starting now.
So the biggest issue with Weapons, despite the fact that it doesn't follow traditional 3-act structure, it follows different characters and their stories. All three of us left the cinema going, that felt like a very long movie, despite the fact that it didn't have a very long runtime. I think the fact that it doesn't follow the traditional 3-act structure really damages itself, because we all ended up really not liking
Time. Okay, Vincent, your 20 seconds starts now.
Zodiac was actually a really long movie, so imagine having bad pacing with a movie that is long. That's like how you felt with Weapons, but for 20 more minutes. So then the problem is they also don't know who the Zodiac killer is, so they don't have an ending. So imagine this whole structure being built where the movie's paced badly and doesn't actually end with a conclusive ending, so it's wasted pacing as well, including
time.
All that.
Okay, Caleb, you have 15 seconds to rebuttal, starting now.
Just because the film doesn't have a solid ending or a conclusion in the way you think it doesn't mean the pacing is off. I think it did a very, very good job of actually showing how difficult it is to find a killer. That is just very, very difficult to find. And on top of that, I think that...
Okay, time.
Thank goodness.
All right. All right, Vincent, your 15 seconds to rebuttal starts now.
This is my best Caleb impression. You know that really unique thing about that movie that did really well this year, where they showcased the movie through everyone's perspective? That's stupid. I wish they did it like everyone else did it. That's why the movie's pacing is bad. So no, your answer's wrong, and Weapons did really well commercially and quickly.
All right, sure. You guys really went neck and neck here, hey? Went for the guts. What was it?
I went for your guts.
Was it gullet? How do you say it? I don't know what it is.
Went for the throat.
Went for the throat. Sure. Tough one. You guys really... I know we say this every time after you guys argue. You both raised really great points. But I don't know. I want to go with Suella and help us decide.
Okay,
We're going to
yeah.
do it on a 3.
That is freaking tough.
And we know, look, we all love each other equally.
Yes.
No, Suella definitely loves me a bit more.
Okay. Okay, we're
But
count
I
it
know,
down.
I know Suella, she won't lie.
Okay, we're going to count it down. And when I say after 1, then we must give her our person that we think gave a better argument. Okay, so 3, 2, 1.
Zodiac.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You know what? I'll give it to Vincent, except you did no rebuttal.
No, I did. No, I did. I was also creative. I did the whole Caleb impression
Yeah,
thing.
that's not a rebuttal.
And no,
That's like you going, what, do you not go beep, beep, beep?
no, my points were
No,
if you listen
were
carefully,
right. No.
is that
I'm going to give it to Vincent in the fact
You
that
don't
he
get
was
to,
right,
'cause
because I'm like, I've never watched Zodiac. I can't argue.
no,
that.
honestly, I just
I
I watched,
personally,
it is very
it is very slow and boring. Yeah.
And I
Is that
I
got
was
Jake
really
Gyllenhaal?
upset
Yeah.
that didn't
I
happen.
no,
okay.
I don't remember.
I said,
Yeah.
Well done, Vincent.
Okay, but good. You did well. You did well. I just think
You're not allowed to say if I did well.
picking weapons was rough. Okay, now it is Jeff and Suella.
that's
This is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to host
I'm
this
good at
one.
this.
So, just for context, Suella has literally never done a speedrun question, and she's not like a deep film lover like the three of
Okay,
us.
but Vincent, you know I am with speedruns.
No,
I'm still at a deficit.
Okay,
here.
so Jeff, all I'm saying is if
Just
Suella
say
wins, it's
anything.
embarrassing. No, I'm joking.
And you should feel bad.
Okay, are the two of you? So Suella's never done this.
Okay,
No.
are you ready? Let's go.
Okay.
As well as I could.
The question is, what is the best Johnny Depp performance?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, damn it. Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, Suella, I heard you first. Your
Okay.
20 seconds, first ever 20 seconds, start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, Johnny Depp is well known for playing the Pirates of the Caribbean really well. That's why there's so many cosplays as well. So many of the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels because he just does it really well. And you don't think of Willy Wonka first when you think Johnny Depp. You don't think of any other character except Pirates of the Caribbean because he was that good. It's classic.
Time! Okay. It was your first ever 20 seconds. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
No, that was about to it. Okay, Jeff, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, as much as we had highlighted in a previous episode of Plot Armor that Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka was extremely creepy, that was the whole point. He was trying to be a convincing, creepy chocolate maker, and that just wants to like really abduct these kids and just make them do stupid shit. I don't know what to say.
Okay, so like 15 seconds.
Volume doesn't do anything, Jeff.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Willy Wonka was. Oh, remember, they didn't play Willy Wonka after the actual. I don't know what his name is. Who did better than him? Now there's a comparison. With Pirates of the Caribbean, you can't compare him to anything because he is Pirates of the Caribbean. So to me, I think it's his best
Time.
character.
Okay. Let Michael watch his movies.
I am
All I'm
trying.
saying is, it's the universe doesn't want you to win, but we'll see what actually happens.
It really doesn't.
Okay, that was a great first rebuttal with a lot of challenges, and you still pulled through. Jeff, you have no babies. Please, can you just be a problem to Jeff as he has got his 15 seconds? And don't read it. It's okay. And
Yeah, mama.
gonna wake this guy.
Not your mama.
In your 50 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think Johnny Depp's best acting was brought to the forefront because he did this portrayal of Willy Wonka in collaboration with Tim Burton as opposed to a different director with Pirates of the Caribbean. And then also on top of that, you have like why is
Time. Okay, this is the thing.
Imagine there is a sleeping baby.
Yes, no.
Jeff.
Okay, why Luigi?
I suck
It's fine.
at
It's fine.
Fine.
I will honestly say no. I will say it. I think Suella wins that.
Yeah.
Like with all the problems and everything. Like I didn't think Suella had, even though she didn't say the name, Gene Wilder in the bag, and you covered. You picked a good answer and you covered it very well. And
Can I say something?
Yes,
though?
go for it.
In regards to the question of Johnny Depp and acting, there's a role that people genuinely forget that he does. And in my opinion, it's one of his earliest, but still one of his best, in Benny and June. If you guys
No
haven't
idea what
watched
that
it,
is.
if you haven't watched Benny and June, Johnny Depp gives one of the greatest and complicated performances in a film that's about loving a mentally challenged woman. very deep, very difficult, very layered, and he doesn't get enough credit for that role specifically.
No, that's interesting. Good plug.
So
Okay.
well done, Suela, on your first try, kicking my ass
She
in
did
the
well.
speed
I'm
round.
also impressed. Well done.
I wasn't expecting to win.
Nice, well
Going
done.
into this, I'm like, I'm not as a...
Nah,
as-
proud of you, girl.
I'm an
Yeah, you did
expert
good.
level as you
You've watched some plot armor and trained well. Okay, we can answer some more questions. The first question comes from our spillage friend, Life as K Great. That's the very KG.
Hey.
And he asks a very relevant question when he asks, when are we getting an episode about films inspired by video games? Caleb will beautifully answer this.
Cool. So it's actually a very, very short answer. Very
Now.
soon, actually. Very soon, actually. In fact, exactly in like an hour from now, we were originally supposed to record this episode. We've had to postpone it, but we will be doing a gaming-themed episode with South Africa's very own Kansan Parker, which we're
The questions are written and everything's ready.
Questions are written, answers are submitted. We've just had to reschedule the episode, so you can see that one come to the channel very, very soon.
So to correct Caleb, in a world where we actually filmed it very, very soon, but we didn't.
we don't know when the
so
new
who
filming
knows?
date is, but it will
But
most likely
it's a
be
relevant question because it's something we've been wanting to do. A video game movie episode is actually one of the first themed episodes we wanted to do. It exists like as a thing, but it hasn't been filmed, so we'll see. It's going to be very cool, and we really wanted to coincide with the Tron Ares release. So if everything goes well, probably when Tron Ares gets released.
Yeah, there we go.
Of course I wrote this. So I wrote here for question 2, an asshole asked us. So I'm guessing this is one of those anonymous ones. Okay, so this is an interesting thing we want to do. It's not exactly a question, but we want to use this as an opportunity to explain stuff. So someone left a comment on episode 6, I think, or something like that, or 7, no, it was episode 7. Someone said the following. Oh, I see. So since Screen Junkies aren't doing movie fights anymore, you just steal their idea. Got it, kiss their face. Now, I'm going to start this discussion. So, I love that comment. I'm very happy about that comment. The reason why is because, of course, it's an honor to be compared to Screen Junkies movie fights. And obviously, we'd be stupid and, obviously lying if we said that inspiration for the show didn't come from there. But this is a great opportunity to explain where the idea from this came from. Now, earlier I promised to tell you why I know so much about movies, especially from the 2000s and 2010. And that's because I've watched I think there's 173 episodes of movie fights, and I've watched every single one of them as they released. The only person sitting on this couch who did the same thing was Jeff. And it's
Loved
a fantastic show,
Incredible.
even still worth going back to rewatch,
Rewatching
even though
them.
the content's old now because, it's not about current movies. But when they ended it, I always felt that they shouldn't have, first of all, because I loved the show so much and I wanted it to exist again. And no one was taking inspiration from it. There was nothing like it that existed. And we knew as freaking South Africans, we're like, well, why should only Americans be able to make a show like that or whatever? We just thought this is a great opportunity for us to do something similar to make content about movies we love and debate and fight, and it's a great format. And obviously we've adapted it a lot to look more like a plot armor show than a Screen Junkies movie fights. But and I think it'll keep evolving to be its own thing. But I think we're definitely getting our own personality. One thing I'll be say for certain is we're not scared to go places where a lot of American creators are, and we want to be as honest in our discussions as possible, and have different type of mindsets that we operate from. And clearly we are very open about the fact that we do everything we do in Plodom and from Plodom from a place of trying to honor God, which is not something that I believe Screen Junkies was doing. So a lot of people like that, a lot of people don't like that, and if you don't feel the same, keep watching, because maybe 10 episodes from now you'll be like, I know why they're honoring God, the one true God, Jesus Christ, to be clear, in this episode. So,
But I want to just chip in.
Yeah, please do. That's everything I want to say.
I just want to commend, Vincent on taking an idea, the concept of, movie fights, but making its own thing, It very much is starting from a good foundation and working its way up to get everyone involved and have a fun time. I'm not saying they didn't have fun on Screen Junkies, but I think doing our own thing is very special and unique, and the ideas that I hear like being thrown around for what we would want to achieve with plot armor in the future and going forward is very exciting.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to keep the audience entertained.
Yeah. A quick thing I'll just say on that, a good idea is only worth so much. I think what really makes it special is, yes, maybe there was an idea, but the fact that we could put those ideas together, first of all with Caleb, who I always make this joke that if I was doing plot armor by myself, it would be me and my sister and Suella every episode talking about movies. But Caleb brings his love of people to plot armor, which gives us the opportunity to have the many awesome guests we've had on, as well as his producing abilities to see what works and YouTube knowledge and all that stuff to the table. And Suella gives us, who you think would be drinking pear right now without Suella, and Jeff's willingness to do whatever needs to be done. I mean, Jeff's responsible for the t-shirts we're wearing right now, and Jeff entered the plot armor thing not knowing anything about cameras, but said, I'm here to learn, teach me. And those elements are what make plot armor what it is. And we're not Screen Junkies movie fights. We're our own thing. And I'm so confident in it that we're going to go in a circle and everyone's going to name one thing that makes us different from Screen Junkies movie fight. And I'll start by saying that we are less cringy than they are and funnier than they are. Caleb, what? I love this because you don't know.
No, I do know exactly. I think
great.
something that really does separate us is the fact that we are not just trying to, especially now, we did in the first few episodes, but now we are trying to also ask questions that are not common.
Yeah.
So I know what we're definitely trying to do is come up with questions that are a lot more unique. And we've had a lot of feedback from guests going, oh geez, I've never even thought of that before. So that's what we're trying to do to really separate ourselves. Like, we love movies. We know the guests that come on love movies, but we try to get them to look at movies specifically in a way they haven't looked at movies before. It's not just talking about movies, it's talking about movies creatively. And I think that's a big thing that also creates separation.
Yeah, it's really sparked a lot of new friendships. And doing fellowship and life with people that, you know, are very much like-minded, who you can relate to. And a lot of thanks to these people on these couches.
Question, with Screen Junkies, did they have like a set cost?
They had a revolving cast. So I would say
us where we have different people coming in, which is quite nice. It creates like a
we're different
a community.
And we also have two hosts. They only had one.
But I do think
they had a main one,
But they very kept it amongst their circle of people.
We do try to expand to a more diverse set of opinions. Flip, there's an episode coming. I'm just going to say the thing. I don't know. We haven't filmed this as of yet, so I'm just going to say it. Where someone's arguing that Wonder Woman 84 is a good movie. That's all I'll say. And so I'm very curious to see the take, because they must be aware that that's not true and have an angle. So we'll see. But I'm seeing diverse opinions. It's beautiful. So
it keeps it colorful.
What's nice with what you're saying is something that annoys me is when people give default answers, where everyone just like, you ask what's the best movie, and then everyone's like Citizen Kane or whatever. So we get people who bring unique perspectives, and the South African element is nice.
I was saying, I just wanted to like put out that because with them having a set cost of people where we have new people every week, basically, sort of creating a community and making it open for anyone actually who wants to come to the show to actually say, can I come to the show?
As long as they like no movies.
Except obviously. But I'm just saying with them it would have been really hard to just get someone who's just like, I'm just interested, can I just come to your show?
We've pretty much, like, honestly, we've pretty much got like almost like a borderline open door policy where if someone says, can we be on the show? Our response so far has always been yes. We've never told someone, no, you can't be on our show. So we obviously go through an internal vetting process. We do. I'm not saying that just because you ask, we will automatically put you on the show. But we are passionate about people that have a passion for movies and show a passion for the show. So, like, we've had 3 people say, please can I be on the show?
Yeah,
like,
and they were.
Get on, So that's the truth of the matter, is we are very much outward facing in regards to who we're trying to reach and bring onto the show.
Like, as Caleb said, they usually ask, can they be on the show, because they have a love for movies and they want to debate movies. So that's the one thing for me. Whenever Caleb's like, this person wants to be on, I ask, can they talk movies? If they can't talk movies, they shouldn't be on, because this is a movie show. So it's nothing about them. You don't have to love movies. but here you do. So yeah. Then Caleb really likes this question, so I'll let him. Loud underscore many underscores asks, who would win in a fight and why?
I am winning.
Yes.
There is no one on any of these couches that could beat me in a fight. Suela, don't even try. These fists are rated E for everybody.
Like, who would win in a fight? Like, in general, anyone?
No, let's say the four of us. That's how I'm
Four of
interpreting
us.
it.
Jeffrey, don't even pretend.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay, the
winning.
truth is,
I've seen your capabilities. Maybe I could take you on. Like, maybe.
Wait, what capabilities have you seen?
When we've gone for stunts training with Shane.
Oh, yes, because being told do this, do that is the same as
Well, you could hold me down and I could hold you down.
I knew that gay.
No,
we will have an impromptu wrestling match after this.
Okay.
We will not film it.
I
But
might-
if you don't see Jeffrey in the next episode, you know why.
Okay.
I just want to, like, I didn't hear the question properly. I thought, like, there was this 100 gorillas thing.
We are the 100 gorillas.
I don't think there ever were 100 gorillas in here.
They need 100
I
gorillas
was
to face
so
me.
confused.
I will say that I think physically, I'll never pretend that I'd beat anyone physically. My one rule with physical fights is bite and scratch. Because the only time I would fight physically is
Sorry.
if it's for my life. Because I think fighting is dumb.
Okay, what about Suela? What
No,
would you
I
do?
would have bite and scratch her too if she was trying to take my life.
Guys,
but I will
aim for
say,
the nuts.
if it was meant, I think in plot armor, I don't think any of you could even touch me if I was really trying. To be honest, I think I could beat any of you easily.
We know how good you are.
Yeah,
Vince.
that's the truth.
There's a reason why Vincent very seldomly loses plot armor debates. But I don't want to talk about Vincent being great. I want to talk about how I would physically dominate him.
Yeah, physically, Caleb would destroy me. But in an argument, I would win.
But
not
I will
even just
also
movies.
I will give Vincent props. Vincent's a very surprisingly tough person with dumb things. Dude can fly a drone into his face perfectly fine. You throw a pickleball at his face, you'll hear about it for weeks. Somehow, having your whole face cut open, Vincent.
But look how
In
good
fact,
he
it's
is
funny.
now. He looks so
Vincent,
good.
Should I show that photo or will you
Show the
take us down?
photo. He'll be showing you a photo and a video of a drone flying straight.
There's a video?
There's a video.
How have I not seen this video?
It's not...
The truth of the matter is, just Vincent's weird about weird things because
Yeah, 'cause
there's no way a pickleball is more painful than a drone cutting your face
The
open.
three things that happened to me this year was I took a pickleball to the eye, I broke my hand and clicked it back in place myself, and I took a flying drone to the face and cut my face open. The worst one was the pickleball to the
worst?
Okay.
His hand is literally still,
It's still
deformed
broken, and I'm
because
like,
it's
I'm not
broken.
touching it. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I just want to comment quickly on Vincent. It's actually funny because Caleb and I share, like, we look eye to eye on a lot of things when it comes to movies sometimes. But then we get Vincent who comes in and is like, nope, I don't like this. And then there's a controversial take. And that's what keeps things interesting.
My biggest fear is that I start thinking more like them.
The truth of the
Don't
matter is,
conform to our ways.
if Vincent and I agree on a movie, it's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, that's true. That we have very differing opinions.
Which is
on
good.
that.
Vincent is very much more the artsy person. I'm very much more the blockbuster person.
But that's nice because then you can balance out and you learn more about movies.
But that's interesting because I'm
Because
the big
I'm
Marvel
very-
fan
yeah.
and he doesn't care.
Because I prefer DC more, but also
Yeah,
this
see,
is the
stupid
truth.
Marvel.
This is really how you break it down. In regards to movies and passion about movies, I'm very humble. Vincent portrays that he's
Yes,
humble.
that's true. Do I? No.
He's not a humble person.
No, but it's not.
Don't be humble now.
Wait, sorry. A question just came in for me. Are you an asshole? Do you hide your self-esteem? Okay. But I think clearly there's a fightiness in the air, so we'll transition to another speed round.
Oh, guys.
This will be between Caleb and Jeff. So let's see what happens.
Watch me say 5 words and win.
Okay, so your question is, what character from any property has the coolest display of electricity-based powers? Electricity.
Electro.
Okay.
From Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Cool. I'm going to say, please let me know if this is all right. I'm going to say the Master from Doctor Who, which is technically a series, but the episode I'm referring to specifically is a hour-long special. It's like a movie.
I will
TV
give it to you,
special.
but I will ask you, do you want to talk about, is that what you want to do?
He was the first one I thought of.
You can change your answer.
Okay, which Electro are you talking about?
These
Electro
let's
from
play
TASM 2.
Yeah, I'll stick with Master.
Okay, cool. Jeff, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, how cool is it that Electro was portrayed by Jamie Foxx in TASM 2, directed by Mark Webb, and in this movie, Max Dillon is a nerd who falls into a vat of electric eels, gets these powers, and then fights off Spider-Man. They're in the third act where they're fighting in the electrical power grid, and he can teleport, and he's like fighting Spider-Man against like dubstep music.
Time. Okay. Caleb, represent. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So the reason I chose the Master, specifically this version of the Master, is he is dealing with his inner demons, and it reflects in the fact that he has the ability to shoot lightning out of his hands. But while he's doing that, he's draining himself out of his life force. So he's literally using hatred as a conduit to attack his makers. And whenever he summons
time.
his electricity powers...
Okay, Jeff, in 3, 2, 1, rebuttal.
Okay, in this movie, he is literally the definition of electricity. He can move through the circuits. He shoots electricity out of his hands. He can teleport. He fights off, like, he's going head to head with Spider-Man at his most peak powers.
Time. Okay, Caleb, in 3, 2, 1, go.
You say he's like the definition of electricity. He gets defeated by himself because there's too much electricity. That doesn't necessarily work. And in what world does getting electricity powers fix the gap in your teeth? And then also, we see the same character in No Way Home, which is completely different because we saw
Time.
the backlash to that version of Electro.
Okay, very good fight. I think when I asked the question, I slowed down and emphasized the word coolest. I barely heard anything about the use. I love the character explanation, Caleb. You did a great job explaining the character. So
I'm about to write
If
so
I
hard.
if I didn't
I'm
say
about to write so
if I
hard.
didn't say what's the coolest display of electrical powers in a movie, then you would have won. But because that was the focus, and he gave me like 4 examples of how cool the electricity was, that's why he wins.
You lost the battle, but not the victory. It's okay. There's always another time.
Jeffrey, don't talk to me.
I still love you.
I don't right now.
I'm
For what it's worth, Caleb, you have beaten Jeff in the only episode he's been in.
Yes!
So you'll be fine.
I blanked on the best father figure in a movie.
I know what you want to say, just let it be.
Jeffrey, you were a worthy combatant.
Now, apparently, I'm fighting with my wife. So, Caleb,
Do we want
you
to
are
see
going to
that?
ask a question for myself and Suella. And I'll just give an answer to the first question you ask, because I love speedruns. And Suella will too.
So, this is a really cool question, and I think both of you have the ability to answer
Is it
this.
open-ended?
Yeah, there is one or the other.
Okay.
And so you have the opportunity to interpret this however you would like.
Great. I like that.
Now, we all know that James Bond's favorite drink is the Vespa Martini.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, what is the best way to prepare a martini? Shaken
Stirred.
or stirred?
Stirred.
Shaken. I'll take shaken.
Okay, cool. Explain to me why, Vincent. I heard you first. Your 20 seconds starts now.
One of the most famous TikToks and videos you'll see on Reels and Shorts of all time is everyone explaining how wrong James Bond is for asking for stirred and not shaken, not stirred. And I just remember something that I can't share because that'll be dishonest of me. But damn it, I really want to. So I can't say anything about this. That's just not. Martinis suck anyway.
Stop.
Damn it. I'll share very important information after the speedrun.
Vincent, you may start. I mean, Suella.
Okay, get it, tell the truth.
Suella, you may start. Your 20 seconds starts now.
With martinis, there are many ways of going about it, but shaken is the best one because I feel like 1 or 2, 3 shakes of the martini. Don't make a joke. 1 or 3 shakes of the martini gets the flavors mixing together very quickly, gets it very cold. So when you take the first sip, everything is climatized really well.
Time. Vincent, your 15 seconds starts now.
Here's a 15-second fun fact. So the reason James Bond chooses shaken, not stirred, is because it reacts to the alcohol differently, and then he has less alcoholic thing. So I want to be drunk. So stirred. Like you don't drink a martini, it doesn't taste
Yeah,
nice.
but
You want to get tipsy.
Time. Suella, you can start.
Well, you're not an agent. Do you need to get drunk on the job? No. So shaken works better because all the things are fused in together very nicely. You can't taste alcohol. It's cold, it's nice, feels good, and it's a good way to end your night.
Suella is so good at using her time effectively.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on.
That was really good.
So, my answer is chosen by the one I believe genuinely from the bottom of my heart gave the better argument. Not just in regards to the alcohol intake and secret agents, etc., because Vincent was very correct on that point. But I asked specifically about the style of drink, and Suela gave the best answers in that regard.
Yeah, that's fair. I unfortunately just became a complete mess because I realized I chose the wrong one, but then I realized again that I chose the right one because I knew the fact is the thing that everyone shares on TikTok that you can't get drunk, whatever. But that's not a good thing. So actually stirred is better. And if I've realized that earlier, I could have made that point. So I could have won, but I was so messy, and Suela should 100% get that point. Well done.
Thank you.
Micah's margarita, whatever it was, is definitely stirred. That clearly proves that Suela will be on the next episode of Plot Armor. Okay. Guys, we have come to the end of a very chaotic episode. The crazy thing is, there's so much more chaos that happened off camera or off edit. So if you want to see the full episode, just go to our Patreon one day. There's no such thing. Not enough of you guys watch this. So this is the end of this. Tell us, please, and we mean this, whether you think this format works. We're not going to do it too frequently. Plot armor is our focus. Arguing about movies is our focus. But we want to know if just some insight and random zany wackiness every 10 episodes is a good thing, or if you think this is a waste of time and you just want to not miss your every second week episode of fighting movies. We won't necessarily make our decision based off of what you say, but some feedback would be appreciated. Is there anything anyone wants to add? You don't have to fill the space, but you can if you want.
I would like to say one thing.
Yes.
Vincent's a great editor, and I just don't want you to... I want you to know this isn't a true reflection of me. Please insert Dennis crying. That's not an accurate reflection. This does not represent me. If he doesn't, cut out this show.
Yes.
All right, I have never seen a more embarrassing display in my entire career.
Anyone else? Suela's mic is so far away from her face. Jeff, you good? Okay. Then I just want to do a few thank yous. Thank you to the delicious pear drink from Tebedien. It's good to put a face to the company. Watch Suela pull the mic closer to not say anything.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, what can I say except? And then we have special thank yous to say. Is it here? Yeah,
Yes.
It's gone. Is it in my pocket? Okay, I've lost mine. Where the hell? Oh, thank you. We want to say thank you to John Liam, who is an avid viewer of Plot Armor and always has nice things to say. Genuinely, whenever we see him at premieres and stuff, we're showing this with before I gave context. Whenever we see him at premieres and stuff, he always has nice things to say. And then it was at Comic-Con, I believe, he came up to Caleb and gave us Plot Armor gifts. So if you can see carefully now, show the thing. He made us 3D printed key rings of the Plot Armor helmet, which is extremely cool. And he didn't have to do that. And that's really nice. So we just want to shout him out here. And we really appreciate that. And we all have them on our keys, even before today. So that's a joke because Jeff was like, look, I've got my key ring. But anyway, I love this because it not only, guys, do we wear the same shirts? Our keys all look the same.
Our keys look the same.
and they open the same flat. I'm joking. So, yeah, thank you, John Liam, for that. And then, if it wasn't clear that we would end this way, we want to thank God. Firstly, I'd like to thank God for, in a very specific way, placing every one of these three people in my life. I love them all very deeply for very different reasons and in very different ways. And I am very appreciative of them. I'm appreciative of the people we get to meet through doing this and the relationships we get to form off camera. And I really appreciate him being creative and giving people creative things to be a part of. He is way more creative than you could ever understand, and that you includes us. So thank you to God for that. That's it from us. Let us know what you think. How do we end the other stuff?
Bye.
Bye. Bye.